गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। आप लोग कैसे हैं? मैं प्रियंका। मुझे आज बहुत ज़्यादा प्राउड फील कर रही हूँ। मैं एक्सप्लेन तो नहीं कर सकती, मैं इतना जरूर आप लोगों से कह सकती हूँ कि किसी आप अपने फेवरेट मिनिस्टर, एक्टर से मिल के आते हैं ना, आपको कैसा लगता है समझिए, उससे कहीं ज़्यादा मैं फील कर रही हूँ। क्योंकि मैं उस व्यक्ति से मिल के आई, जैसे आजकल क्या बोले, मतलब आजकल ये नाम बहुत चर्चे में है, ग्रुप कैप्टन शुभांशु शुक्ला। ये मिशन एक्जियम 4 के तहत गए थे हमारे स्पेस में। तो ये इसरो के फर्स्ट एस्ट्रोनॉट हैं और इंडिया के सेकंड व्यक्ति हैं जो अंतरिक्ष में गए। तो इनसे मैं मिल के आई और मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। इनका 1 घंटे का मीटिंग था। तो इनके कैसे मुझे मिला जाने के लिए, मेरी एक फ्रेंड बोली कि भाई चलना है, तो हम कहे ठीक है चलो, दूर से देख लेंगे, कोई बात नहीं। भाई हमारे लिए तो बहुत गर्व की बात है ना कि हमारे इंडिया से गए थे स्पेस में। तो मैं गई, चलो ठीक है भाई। उसके बाद जब मैं वहाँ पे गई, 1 घंटे का उनका पूरा प्रोग्राम था। उन्होंने अपना वीडियो क्लिप वगैरह सब कुछ दिखाया, बताया भी कि स्पेस में गए। उन्होंने वहाँ पे मूंग और मेथी की भी खेती करके आए। लास्ट में उन्होंने दिखाया कि अंतरिक्ष से हमारा पृथ्वी कैसा दिखता है। तो वो आप देख सकते हैं। आप मतलब बहुत अच्छा लगा। मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगा। मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि मैं उनसे जाके हाथ मिला पाऊंगी, लेकिन जब मैं उनसे हाथ मिलाई ना, तो उन्होंने बड़ी सादगी से बोला हेलो मैम, और बहुत अच्छा लगा। मतलब स्माइल और सादगी, मतलब उनके बातों में ना इतना अच्छा लगा। फिर उन्होंने एक चीज और पूछा कि आपकी तरफ से फोटो कौन खींच रहा है। तो हमने कहा मेरे दोस्त हैं। उन्होंने उधर की तरफ घूमा और फोटो खिंचवाया। तो मेरे लिए स्पेशली मेरे लिए तो एक यादगार मोमेंट है कि मैं उनसे हाथ मिला के आई और साथ में उन्होंने फोटो भी खिंचवाया। तो थैंक यू शुभांशु शुक्ला सर, आपका मतलब देखने के लिए, आप मिलने के लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ। और जो लोग हमारा वीडियो देखेंगे, आप लास्ट में सारा शुभांशु शुक्ला का जो भी है, उन्होंने वीडियो मुझे क्लिप दिखाया था, तो वो सब कुछ मैंने रिकॉर्ड किया, थोड़ा बहुत रिकॉर्ड किया, तो आप देख सकते हैं। आपको कैसा लगा आप कमेंट कीजिए। यदि अच्छा लगे तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर दीजिएगा। हमारा वीडियो देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
किसी दूसरे से नहीं शेयर करता, तो ये हमें खुद बना, और खुद बनाना कितना कठिन है, खुद बनाना कितना अहम है, और खुद बनाना कितना वक्त लेता है, ये समझाने के लिए मैं अगली चीज आपको बताऊंगा। जब चयन किया गया हमारे गगन यात्रियों का, तो जॉनसन स्पेस सेंटर जो कि अमेरिका के लिए काम करता है, उसमें 3200, रूस में जो रॉसकॉस्मॉस करता है उसमें करीब 7000। मेरे पास कुल जमा 100 लोग थे, उसमें जो लोग इसमें इन्वॉल्व थे वो 14 लोग। बाकी पूरे विश्व में जो सिलेक्शन की प्रक्रिया होती है उसके लिए 2 साल किए जाते हैं। हमारा क्योंकि पहला था, इसलिए हमारे पास वो 60 साल का अनुभव नहीं था जो कि रूस और अमेरिका के पास है। लेकिन हमारे पास जो वक्त था वो 2.5 महीने, और उसमें से एक गगनयात्री के चयन के लिए जो वक्त था, क्योंकि इस 2.5 महीने में बहुत सारे लोग आए, तो एक गगनयात्री के चयन के लिए जो वक्त था वो केवल 2 हफ्ते। उन 2 हफ्तों में जो हमने चयन किया, उसके बाद में जो हमारे चुने हुए गगनयात्री और इतने कर्मठ लोग हैं, ये लोग जब रूस गए तो रूस ने कहा कि हम एक बार फिर से देखेंगे कि ये चयन सही हुआ है। और उस केवल वैलिडेशन के लिए 50 लोग की टीम थी, और उस वैलिडेशन में उन्हें 2 मिनट। इसके पश्चात एक्सियम ने फिर कहा कि हम देखेंगे कि जो 2 लोग आ रहे हैं वो सही है। उन्होंने फिर पूरा वैलिडेशन किया। इसके पश्चात नासा ने फिर वैलिडेशन किया। तो ना सिर्फ गगन यात्रियों का वैलिडेशन हुआ है, जो हमने प्रक्रिया की थी, जिसके बारे में हमें चयन शुरू करने के पहले में कुछ नहीं पता था, क्योंकि कोई नहीं पता। ये तो नहीं बताता कि टेस्ट क्या करना है, ये भी नहीं बताता कि आप चुने किसको, ये नहीं बताता कि अगर 2 लोग हैं, एक का मान लीजिए दिमाग बहुत अच्छा चलता है, एक का मान लीजिए दिल बहुत अच्छा चलता है, एक का मान लीजिए लिवर बहुत अच्छा चलता है, एक का मान लीजिए हड्डियां बहुत मजबूत सख्त हैं क्योंकि वो खराब होती है स्पेस में। तो आप किसको, दिल वाले को लें या हड्डी वाले, किसको चुनें? और ये सब हमें खुद सोचना पड़ा, ये सब खुद समझना पड़ा, और ये सब समझ करके जिनको हमने चुना उनका 3 बार वैलिडेशन हो चुका है, पूरे विश्व में वैलिडेशन हो चुका है, और वो वैलिडेशन सही था। तो 12-13 लोग जिन्होंने ये चयन किया वो यहाँ बैठे हैं, और मैं कहने जा रहा था कि मैं उनके लिए ताली बजाना चाहता हूँ। और आखिरी चीज जिसकी मैं बात करना चाहूंगा वो है हमारे गगनयान जी, जो कि आज की सबसे बड़े हीरो। जो बात मैं आप सबसे साझा करना चाहूंगा, जो बात मैं आप सबको समझाना चाहूंगा वो ये है कि पूरे विश्व में अगर 800 करोड़ लोग हैं, उसमें से 140 करोड़ लोग भारतीय हैं, दुनिया का छठा हिस्सा भारतीय है। तो अगर भारत के 4 सबसे लायक, सबसे अहम, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट लोग, सबसे अच्छे लोग हमने चुने हैं, तो लॉ ऑफ एवरेजेस कहता है कि वो दुनिया के सबसे अच्छे लोगों में से 24 लोगों में से 4 है। तो ये बिना किसी खास मतलब मेहनत के ये समझ में आ जाएगा कि ये 4 लोग जो हैं ये सब बहुत ऊंचे श्रेणी के लोग हैं। लेकिन हर इंसान एक नहीं होता, तो हर इंसान में कुछ अलग अलग चीजें होती हैं। कई बार लोगों ने मुझसे पूछा कि ये बताइए कि अलग चीज क्या है, तो मैंने कहा कि ये एक मौका है जबकि मैं ये आपके साथ शेयर कर सकूं कि लोग अलग अलग क्यों हैं। प्रशांत नायर, जिनको सब लोग पापा कहते हैं, तो पापा और मैं एक दूसरे के साथ बहुत साल से मिलते जुलते रहे हैं, हम साथ में पोस्टेड रहे हैं, हम सब एक दूसरे को अच्छे से जानते हैं। वैसे जानते तो हम अब 4 को हैं, क्योंकि 7 साल जब आप एक साथ उलझिए तो आप बिल्कुल परिवार के करीब हो जाते हैं। उसमें कभी होता है तो उठ जाता है, कोई मन जाता है, लेकिन परिवार रहता है। तो पापा नायर धीरे धीरे, जब मैं पहले उनको जानता था तो वो ऐसे नहीं थे, लेकिन धीरे धीरे करके योग के बड़े वो बढ़ गए हैं, ध्यान में बहुत आगे बढ़ गए हैं, ईश्वर के साथ उनका एक वो बन गया है। तो वो हर चीज को बहुत, सबसे सीनियर भी है तो सब बहुत ऊपर से देख सकते हैं, जो क्षमता सब में नहीं है। ये उनकी एक खास बात अगर आप कृष, अजीत कृष्णन, जिनको कृष कहा जाता है, कृष की खासियत अगर आप मुझसे एक पूछें, बहुत मुश्किल है सारी बताना, लेकिन अगर एक पूछें तो कृष किसी भी चीज को इतनी सरलता से समझा सकते हैं आपको कि कोई नहीं समझ सकता। उदाहरण के तौर पे एक एग्जाम हुआ उसमें, जहां पर उनसे पूछा गया कि फलाने सिस्टम को, रॉकेट के एक सिस्टम को आप जरा समझाइए कि ये कैसे है। उन्होंने समझाया कि ये सिस्टम ऐसा चलता है। आप माने या ना माने, जो एग्जामिनर्स बैठे थे सारे, उन्होंने छूटते ही कहा कि अभी तक हम जिस तरीके से पढ़ा रहे थे सिस्टम को, हम वो बदल करके आज से उस तरीके से पढ़ाना शुरू करेंगे जैसे तुमने समझाया। अंगद प्रताप, उनको मैक्स कहते हैं, और मैक्स क्यों कहते हैं इसका एक उदाहरण मैं आपको देता हूँ। अच्छा, शाम को मन किया आपका कि आप क्या करें, तो हम कहते हैं कि चलो यूपीएससी भवन के साइड में चाट खा के आते हैं। मैक्स कहते हैं कि चलो 100 किलोमीटर दौड़। तो अंगद प्रताप has been very keenly into ultra marathons. वो स्कूलों में जा जाके बच्चों को समझाते हैं। वो पूरी चीज जो स्पेस की है उसको अपने कंधे पे आगे बढ़ाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। सिस्टम डिजाइन कैसे होंगे उसकी बात कर रहे हैं। तो अंगद ये शुभांशु शुक्ला शुक्स की खासियत तो पूरी दुनिया में फैल गई है। तो छोटा मुंह बड़ी बात मैं क्या बताऊं। लेकिन जैसे मैंने कहा परिवार है, तो परिवारजन की तरह से जैसे मैं उनको जानता हूं, सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि वो बहुत कम बोलते हैं, लेकिन जब बोलते हैं तो बहुत पते की बात है। मैं किसी और से भी कह रहा था, जब बोलते हैं तो जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं कि मुंह से मोती चढ़ते हैं, तो मुंह से मोती। उनमें ये जज्बा है कि कितने भी मुश्किल चीज हो कैसी वो उसको इस तरीके से आपको अपने आप समझ सकते हैं कि हर बुरी से बुरी चीज में उनको केवल अच्छाई दिखे। और ये चीज एक गगनयान के लिए बहुत आवश्यक है कि कोई कितनी भी मुश्किल चीज वो उसमें सही चीज हो सके। इतना ही कहना था मुझे। बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद कि आपने अपना
Certainly in 2023, I think this announcement was made again by the Prime Minister when he went to US, and he said that we should have a US-India collaboration and mission to space. And as a follow-up of that, exam core mission happened. With the capsule itself, so your training is slightly different as compared to the mission specialist. So you get additional training at SpaceX as well as rest of the common training that you do at NASA. For the past 1 year, this entire experience has been nothing short of wonderful, I would say. It is very similar to what we did in Russia, but a very different approach of implementing or executing this entire mission. And I would be showing some glimpses and try to explain what I did in the past 1 year. But the point that I want to highlight before I move on to that section of my talk is that whatever I have done, whatever I have gone through, and whatever I have achieved, I feel that the background that I had, or the preparation that I had for years by being in this uniform and by being in the Air Force, that any one of us who's sitting here would have done an equally good job. And that is the confidence I carry with me whenever I see whatever life throws at you, the kind of character that Air Force has built up for all the people sitting here. So with that, what I would like to do now is get into I have a few videos of my training that I would like to show and try to explain what we did in this past 1 year. I also have a small clip from space that I tried to capture of India. And it does look really beautiful. I'm not just saying it because all of us are Indians and we are sitting here, but I think that if you speak to any astronaut who is there on the station, the unique positioning and the shape, especially during night, if you pass over India from the Indian Ocean, south to north, I think it is probably one of the most beautiful sights that you can ever see in your life. And I will try to share that with you, and hopefully you will like it. So what you see here is the Johnson Space Center, and this was the place where we primarily did our training as far as the International Space Station was concerned. This is the crew. We have Peggy Whitfield, Igor Kaku, Slavosh, and myself. The background that you see is a huge simulator of the entire International Space Station, the mock-up. So any training or any system that you have to train on, you train in this mock-up, and you read the procedures, you prepare for them, and then they give you situations and you go in the mock-up, and they're sitting outside as a control room, and they're looking from outside in and analyzing and evaluating each and every action that you're doing. Like with the flying training, the majority of the time that is spent training for space missions also is for the off-nominal situations, or what would you do if something would go wrong. 70 to 80% of the time is spent on those situations, and only 20 to 30% is what you would normally do, because normal procedures, all help is available, time is at hand, it's not a critical situation, but in case something was to go wrong, you would really be required to act accordingly. So all these systems, let me put it this way, when you go to the International Space Station, you are essentially living in a new house. and it has its own rules, it has its own sets of terms and conditions. Like how would you eat, how would you sleep, how would you go to the bathroom. Actually, that is the most challenging task, to go to the washroom in space. And so you have to learn about each and everything on ground. So this is me preparing food. So these are dehydrated packets, there is no water, and you put it in the PWD or the water dispensing machine and just fill it up and try to eat out of the packets. The challenge while you are up on the International Space Station is that the help is not readily available. You do not have access to any specialist. So that is why you have to be trained as medical professionals for first aid, you have to be trained as engineers for maintenance, you have to be trained as scientists for performing experiments, and at the same time you have to learn how to do photography and videography, and also to how to speak on camera, because everything that has to be done on the station has to be done by you. There is nobody else who is going to come and assist you. So that is the aspect of training which is slightly different from what we do here as a part of our training. There is a huge team that is responsible for different aspects of our training. Like you see, we are sitting and we are just, I think we had some 20 odd classes about this photography and videography, because when you go up there, you would really like to bring back memories or snapshots or pictures so that you can share it with all of you, which I will try to do today. Hopefully I have done a good job and you guys will like it. When you are training, essentially, there is one important aspect that when you are training for these space missions, you always have someone who is sitting by the side as a part of the training, who is just observing and making notes. And later on, in case they observe that some aspect was missed out or not covered, even by the instructors, that is brought out in the next session. So the process that is followed is really important. Next. This was the fun part of the training. So other than the technical part, there is also an external part of training, which is preparing the team, preparing them for leadership, preparing them for camaraderie, which kind of we already do within the Air Force. But this is how they prepare you for leadership. So we were on a beautiful coast in Mexico, and we were going for camping. And you set out on camp, and for 6 days we were out in the ocean and camping on a deserted island, just the team by themselves, just carrying these rations and camp. The most unique part about all these trainings was that they were very, very well planned, and you didn't have to struggle for something. Especially I remember one aspect of the survival training, when we were doing the survival training, and they said that you have the ration, you have the capsule, what you have to do is for 3 days, just be here and survive. And I was like, you don't have to run, there is nobody coming to catch us, like there are no trap set there. So I feel the survival training that we have in Air Force is you are sent to fend for yourself in the jungle or in the snow. You don't have to survive, you have to hide. If you get caught, then your mission is over at that point of time. So I think the training out here was much easier in terms of these aspects. The Air Force training prepares you very well, and I think it was a luxury to do this at the same time learning the aspects of camaraderie and the team spirit. But what I realized or understood that for people who come from different domains of life or from different disciplines, these are really crucial and important aspects to understand and learn when you are working together as a team and you're going to be in a space when there is no help and you have to be each other's support system. So all these aspects are extremely important for spaceflight, and in the behavioral health program that NASA conducts for all the astronauts, where people from different countries or different cultures they come, and so you have to be sensitized of what is important to someone and what is not important to someone. One aspect always emerges very high, and the aspect is that you have to be a team player. If you are not a team player, then you are not fit for spaceflight, because it doesn't work. You are in a confined environment for long periods of time, which is stressful, which is not ideal, and if you cannot work along well with the team, then chances of mission success are compromised. So I think this was, I cannot highlight it enough, but this was the most important aspect as far as the working of the team was concerned. We had centrifuge and all training we already do within the Air Force, but this time the access is slightly different. So we do from head to toe, and chest inside. And the reason is that in case there was an abort of the capsule at a high altitude, then you would really be exposed to something around 60 to 18 Gs. And head to toe in the z-axis, it would not be possible for the human body to take it. And that is why you did the seat and you use the axis of chest, which can take more. This is the WSTF facility wherein they train you for the helicopter ride while you are coming back from the ship to the coast. In case the helicopter was to go into the water and it capsizes, how would you train or what would you do? These are those aspects of the training. Like I said, all these aspects, all the physical training, all the water training and everything that I did, I really enjoyed it because I felt it was really easy as compared to what we do here in the Air Force. And it was fun to do, and it was very, so most of the times when this was happening, I would sit around and I would try to look as if this is very stressful and it is very challenging, but I really was enjoying this because this was really fun. After this video, I think I will move on to the video of showing you how India looks from space and also culminate with a mission recap of what we had. I already saw some clippings were already played in the video that was played earlier. But before I go, I have something to say to the kids who are sitting behind. When I started out, joined the NDA, I did not know probably anything of what I want to do with my life. And as I said, that I was really shy, probably underconfident, probably reserved, and guessing myself about everything that I was doing. But what I would like to say to you is that at every step, if you keep looking at what is in front of you and not think about what this will lead to in future, and move from this step to the next step to the next step, I think that is what has brought me here, and it works really well. You do not have to worry about your entire life right now. You just have to think what is there in front of you at this point of time. Prevalent in the upper layers of atmosphere because of oxygen atoms which are there which get excited. So you will continuously see the green glow. On the bottom of the screen are the stars, and the top portion would be the Earth, and we would be passing over India. And so this is the general setting of the scene. I would be quiet now and I will let you go through it. The flashes that you see are the thunderstorms, the lightning that are happening. There it comes. And Bangalore and Hyderabad. You will also see the orbit, sunrise from the orbit. This was the site that you saw 16 times a day, and you never really get bored of it. During this mission, for 18 days, I carried with me 7 experiments which were prepared by the Indian researchers, and I never really thought, but it was really challenging to do this in space because everything changes. The space around you, your body changes, and the orientation of space from 2D to 3D happens, and it takes some time for your brain to get rewired to it. If I have to give an example, all of us are sitting on these chairs in this auditorium. If the same thing was to be in space, probably some people would be hanging from the ceiling, on the walls, and you just try to find space everywhere because it's a 3D utilization of space, and everything floats. So the enabling of the experiments also has to be thought in a way wherein you fix everything or you place everything so that you don't miss it. If you lose something, be rest assured you will never find it. And the smallest thing that we lost were M&Ms, by eating food, and the biggest thing that we lost was a laptop. And it can go away. You will never really find it. So a lot of things are missing on station, and there is a huge poster which says missing in action and rewards. in terms of anybody who finds it, and that keeps on going. But when we first go to the space, your body undergoes a lot of changes. The fluid shifts from your legs to your head becomes really big. When I was interacting with the Honorable Prime Minister from space, he would probably have observed that my head was much swollen, much bigger than what it is right now. And your heart rate slows down because your heart doesn't have to pump the blood against it as you do your head. So when I came back, I did not observe it in the space, but when I came back, my normal heart rate was around 92, 93. So it has to pick up back again when you come back. You don't feel hungry. Everything in your stomach starts floating. Like all the stuff, it is just up your chest. So I did not really feel hungry for 3 to 4 days. And every second day is slightly better than the previous one. What was fascinating to me was that all our lives we have evolved in this environment of gravity, and what our body knows nothing else. But when we reach there in space, within 3 to 4 days, your body quickly adapts and it says, okay, this is the new normal. And you start behaving normally when you are up in space. And after the 4th day, everything is okay, absolutely fine. When you come back after 20 days, when I came back, I remember this very distinctly. You were in the capsule and entering the plasma, and the G loads start to build up. And I was not looking at the display, we were trying to look outside the window because we wanted to see the fire. And I remember I was lifting my neck and I felt, oh, this is heavy. The neck feels heavy. I must be under some G. When I look at the display, we were at 0.3 G. So the shift is so distinct. I remember even by opening your eyes, your eyelids feel heavy. Any kind of movement, this feels heavy because your body is used to no effort, nothing. And suddenly you are coming back into this effort. And I think I still tried, but up to 1.8 G I could keep my neck up, and then it was just not possible. I had to go back in the seat. After splashdown, I remember we were off the coast of San Diego in the Pacific Ocean, and there were waves, and the capsule was oscillating. Fortunately, I did not feel nausea, but my commander did feel some. So she was not feeling okay. So they brought us on the ship, and they were taking her out. I really was under the impression I'm feeling perfectly alright. They will lift me up, and I will walk. And she was picked up and then carried, and then they took her away. I really thought that I would be able to get up and I would start walking. And when I lifted me up and I took the first step, I fell down, like they had to hold me. Then I said, okay, the second step. I took the second step, I fell down again. And then by the third step, I realized that this is not happening. It is not that you are not having the strength. It is that your brain does not know of how much effort it takes to walk again. The rewiring of the brain has to happen in a few days. So again, it takes for your body 3 to 4 days to come back to the normal that you were used to for 40 years. I was lying on a bench, and the suit guy who helped us wear the space suit, I asked him, can you give me a phone, I want to make a selfie. And he handed me his phone, the same phone that I have. And I'm not making this up. This is not fiction, this is what happened. And I was holding my hand, and he kept his phone on my hand went like this. And I asked him, what do you keep in this? And he touches my shoulder and says, buddy, it'll take some time. Get used to this. So this is very interesting of how your body just, forgets to live on this planet just because you were out of this environment for 20 days and gets adjusted to this unique environment very quickly. And then when you come back, it happens again. The reshape of rewiring happens again. It takes about a week before you are back about 70 to 80% of your normal. And the original strength, original aerobic conditioning, it takes much longer for you to come back. And this is for a short duration mission that we were there for 20 days. For long duration, it takes slightly more long. I did lose weight when I was on orbit in these 20 days, about 5 kgs, which is slightly more than normal. About 3.5 is the average that you would lose. And so all these changes happen when you go up and when you come back. I've tried to describe this entire mission in a lot more words than I'm used to speaking, but I would like to show you a video also as a mission recap, and that would be the end of my talk here. This was prepared by IBM Space. You would also see my colleagues, my other astronauts who were part of us. They have tried to capture what we did in this. duration of training of how we progress in the mission and then the actual mission itself. And with this, I would finish my talk. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy it.
shoulder. I just want Hungarian people to know that we did this. We were able to achieve this. And it completely doesn't matter for me who is in the suit. I am proud, but I just want them to be proud as well.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift off.
For 3 nations, a new chapter in space takes flight. Godspeed, Explorer.
When I looked out through the window for the first time, the view was stunning.
Wow, what a ride it was. But when the ride started, it was something like you get pushed back into the sea. It was an amazing ride. And then suddenly, nothing. It was an amazing feeling.
We also want to thank you for basically sending everyone around the world, every person on the team who made this beautiful day happen.
Great crew, welcome aboard the International Space Station. Peggy, welcome back. It's a great honor and privilege to have such a legendary astronaut on board with us. And Thibaut, Schultz and Swab, congratulations on your first space flight.
Thank you to all participants at the station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.
I traveled to space with the dreams of a billion hearts with me. I want them to live this journey with me because I feel that it is equally theirs as it is mine. Because I feel that this is truly the journey of an entire nation.
And look where we can go and work together on common platform, common science, then sky is no longer the limit. We can explore space, we can explore science, we can explore technology and build new solutions for the future.
The Explore crew came here with a purpose and a really busy agenda. This was a great mission and we enjoyed it the most. So now we will return home and we will spread the word in our countries that these things are within our reach. These things are possible even for smaller countries like ours.
It's always great to work with a bunch of professionals, which you are, but it's even more special to work with folks that have become our friends even more deeply. Thank you.
Thank you to the Axiom 4 crew. And we have splashdown of the AX4 crew back on planet Earth.
Welcome home.
I think it's really important to have these examples of people to show the new young generation that actually there are no boundaries. Your dreams, your careers, and your lives have no limits. This is what you dream of, then you